Smith, former world champion 2019 in Doha when she was right at the top of her game, still a world force in 200 and 100 meter running, British record holder. The Olympic champion Gabby Thomas serenely made her way through the rounds in Paris, had such a great season last year. Really looking forward to seeing a race here. The previously mentioned Nasser of Bahrain last weekend in the Dominican Republic, she ran the quickest 400 in the world yet this year. Yes, it's early, but she's in good form. Then we've got Nikisha Price, the first Jamaican ever to run under 49 seconds. And again, a pretty decent 200 meter runner, but this is not her main event. Same for Alexis Holmes. Her top 9 times out of her top 10 were all set in 2024. So an improving athlete. 25-year-old, as I said, come over after the World Indoor Championships in China. Well, Paulino, who moved to the 400, I guess probably in around about 2020, and has dominated that event, certainly last year. Talitha Diggs in lane 2. And then Stacey Ann Williams of Jamaica. Fresh from a new indoor 400 personal best. Lane 1 maybe tough in this 200 then. Hansen, what we're looking for here?
Well, Paulino needs to at least come out of here with at least 5 points, because obviously to win you get a little boost with the 12 points to win the deuce. Gabby and Dina are really going to be battling for that, and I think that they know that they're going to have a good chance at that 100K if they jump out in front with the points in this early race. Spoke to Dina like yesterday, and Dina actually said that she's really focused on that 4. Very confident about her too. So that 400 is going to be something special when she gets out there.
Dina Asher-Smith in lane 8. Gabby Thomas, Olympic champion, in 7. Safely away first time. Asher-Smith got out pretty good. Nasser just got left a little bit. You'd expect that by the 2 sprinters on the outside. But it's Gabby Thomas around the top end who's just got half a metre on Dina Asher-Smith. And Thomas normally starts to go away from this point. Nasser running well in 3rd at the moment. And then there's a battle with Paulino charging down the last 30-40. But it's going to be Gabby Thomas. Asher-Smith might just hang on here. It's Gabby Thomas, but Paulino with a real surge, taking 2nd place. And that will be really, really significant. We expected Gabby Thomas to come away with a win, 22.62 in these conditions. That's pretty swift, that's pretty good. But Paulino, that is significant. You get 12 points for winning, you get 8 points for 2nd. But when we cast this forward to the 400 tomorrow and the possible result there, let's say the possible result, that is significant for Paulino.
Nah, it's absolutely significant, because she's obviously going to do her thing in the 4. For her to come 2nd, I didn't expect that, man. Gabby getting 1st place obviously makes sense. She's the Olympic champion, but for Paulino to come out of there with those extra points, she's going to end up having a good chance at that 100K.
Dina always runs a pretty good turn, transition in the home straight here. Gabby Thomas just moved away, just got that gap, and it looked as though Dina was rallying again here.
You know what, Gabby ran a much better turn than I expected. She's tall. You don't expect the taller sprinters to have such a good turn, but she's efficient. And once she gets on the straightaway and lets those limbs go, I mean, she's really, really hard to beat. I expected it to be a lot tighter with her, Dina. And that wasn't the case, but Paulino coming 2nd in that race, I think, is the big story.
Well, and so much hype has been on Gabby Thomas since the Olympics, and then since she announced early on that she was going to be running this series of Grand Slams. So look at that huge smile. She must feel really good breaking the tape.
You know what?
Well, you know, the expected winner, but not expected 2nd. Let's just check the result there. 22.62, as I mentioned, 22.93. It's the season's best because she hasn't raced yet for Paulino.
Right.
But the more significant thing for her is finishing 2nd. Dina Asher-Smith took 3rd.
The inaugural Grand Slam athletics meet in Kingston, Jamaica, brought thrilling competition and standout performances, with the women's 200 meters delivering some of the night's most memorable moments. Leading the charge was American sprint star and Olympic medalist Gabby Thomas, who clinched a commanding win with a time of 22.62 seconds, a strong mark considering the circumstances. Lining up in lane 7, Thomas executed a clean start and quickly asserted herself around the curve. Despite early pressure from Great Britain's Dina Smith, the 2019 world champion, Thomas's control and power were evident down the home stretch. Her stride remained composed, and as she shifted gears on the straight, she created a gap that couldn't be closed. Smith, who started strong, lost steam over the final 50 meters, ultimately settling for third. One of the biggest surprises of the event came from Marileidy Paulino, typically known for her dominance in the 400 meters. In a shocking late surge, she powered through the final 40 meters to secure second place. Her strong showing in the shorter distance earned her 8 key points in the Grand Slam series and sent a clear message ahead of her main event, the 400m. The top 4 finishers were Gabby Thomas, followed by Paulino, Smith, and Bahrain's Marileidy Paulino in fourth. The rest of the field included TT Diggs and Alexis Holmes, while Jamaican sprinters Stacey Ann Williams and Nika Shaw-Price finished in the last 2 spots, struggling to keep pace with the leaders. Conversations also turned to the absence of Shericka Jackson, Jamaica's reigning 200m queen. Having dominated the distance at the 2023 World Championships in Budapest, Jackson has recently appeared to be nursing an injury and was notably missing from this race. Her lack of presence created a visible gap in the competition, sparking concern and curiosity among fans about her fitness ahead of the major events coming later this year. Gabby Thomas, while clearly in excellent form, remains focused and grounded. This win adds to her growing momentum in the Grand Slam series, where top athletes accumulate points toward a $100,000 reward. With this early season triumph, Thomas is positioning herself as a frontrunner for the rest of the campaign. But beyond the final result, the race offered a glimpse into form, strategy, and future threats in the women's sprinting landscape. Thomas affirmed her world-class credentials, Paulino showcased impressive range, and Smith hinted at a return to her peak. Above all, the event reinforced one truth: the women's 200 meters remains one of the sport's most unpredictable and talent-packed disciplines. Thomas's performance not only set the tone for the Grand Slam series but also reaffirmed her consistency in major competitions. With each race, she appears more refined, confident, and hungry for gold. If she maintains this trajectory, she'll be a major contender not just for prize money, but for global dominance in 2025.